Reject monogamy, embrace struggle. Pink ears, female nature video. And this video was actually, I got the idea from a comment from my previous video about why women love tattoos, which was also a video from a comment. So guys, please leave long comments so I can get more ideas for new videos. This idea of rejecting monogamy, this is a theme across many of my videos, many of my female nature videos. You're basically sacrificing yourself and your full potential for this other person whom you love. And I put love in air quotes because the way we think about love, romantic love, this is an emotion and it's fleeting. And I don't think men should live their lives based off of fleeting emotions. I think we should use our intellect, our rational thinking, our reason. This is what separates us from the animals. Humans are animals, but we have a prefrontal cortex. We've developed this huge brain that can think logically, rationally. And I think that's how we should live our lives. Not all the time. Of course, there's times for Dionysian revelry and letting our primal animalistic nature take over. But this should be like a ritualistic, thought out, planned thing. It shouldn't just, you shouldn't just live your life like an animal. Since this video is based on a comment, I'm just gonna read the comment. It's kind of long. I'll put it over my face so you can read along as I read it. So this person, a woman, she said, "You are putting yourself in a box with your opinion about men who have tattoos, showing how stereotypically you perceive people. Tattoos have become a regular fashion statement in many countries and have nothing to do with criminality. It depends on what people choose to engrave on their skin, and if it were gang signs or anything similar, I can tell you as a self-reflective woman that women are not attracted to criminal men or so-called bad boys." You heard it here first, folks. Women are not attracted to criminals and bad boys. I got it all wrong. This self-reflective woman has straightened me out. Okay, so let's continue. The comment says, "Sooner or later, these men and women end up in prison and are no longer part of their partner's life. Criminal people are not keepers in relationships. People long for a partner they can rely on. Every person longs for deep, long-lasting relationships sooner or later, which is why a bad boy or a criminal is not a healthy option and not suited for anything long-term." I would agree that a criminal or a bad boy is not suited for anything long-term. This is true. But just because a man is logically not suitable for a long-term relationship doesn't mean that he's not attractive. Attraction is not a choice. Women do not choose to be attracted to criminals and bad boys. This is just what nature has designed them for. Nature designed them to seek value and strength, and criminals and bad boys display traits that indicate genetic fitness, value, and strength. And also, she says, people long for a partner they can rely on, and every person longs for deep, long-lasting relationships. This is not true. This is only true for most people. And what do we know about most people, guys? We want to distance ourselves from most people. We don't want to be part of the herd. We don't want to be part of the masses of humans. We want to separate ourselves as much as possible. We want to be exceptional, extraordinary. We don't want to be ordinary. We don't want normal person results in life. We don't want a normal, average life. We want an exceptional, extraordinary life. If that's what you want, then you can watch these videos and follow along. If you want to be normal, if you want to be part of the herd, you can unsubscribe and click off this video. This is not for you. I mean, these videos are not meant for women to begin with, so you're already barking up the wrong tree. And then this woman proceeds with, "Don't put yourself in a box because of that. You are more than your tattoos and your appearance. What truly matters is how you treat the people around you and how much you love yourself." Okay, thank you. Finally, there's a little diamond in all this shit of inside this comment. And I don't want to shit on the commentator because I do want you guys to leave comments. Thank you to Rosalie's Game TV for leaving this comment, inspiring this video that I'm making right now. A lot of what you're saying is a little bit retarded, but there is a piece of this that's like a diamond in the shit pile, which is the last thing you said. What truly matters is how you treat the people around you, not really, and how much you love yourself. Absolutely agree, 100%. How much you love yourself. This is key. This is the key takeaway from this comment. Everything else is wrong. This point you said is absolutely correct. What really truly matters is how much you love yourself. Self-love, this is the core value of my life philosophy. I always tell you guys, don't sacrifice yourself for women, sacrifice women for yourself. So sacrifice time you would have spent with women and relationships and dating, and use that time to develop yourself, to read philosophy, to write in a journal, to meditate, to exercise, to reach elite health and peak physical capability. Because your fitness and your health, how much time you dedicate to those things, this actually shows how much you love yourself. You can talk about loving yourself all day long till the cows come home, but what are you actually doing? Where are you actually putting your effort and your time? Are you developing yourself? Are you learning about health and nutrition and sleep optimization? Are you putting your time and effort into having optimal health and fitness? This is actually showing your self-love for yourself, not just thinking about it and talking about it. You're proving to yourself how much you love yourself by being at peak optimal health and performance. So yeah, that's the comment. So this woman thinks that all men eventually yearn and long for a long-term stable relationship. They need that love and stability of a monogamous relationship with a woman. And I've had that, guys. You know, if you've seen any of my videos, I was married for 12 years. I'm not just talking out of my ass telling you guys to reject monogamy. I have lived this. I have been married for a long time, probably longer than most of you have, if you were ever married. And I can tell you after, now it's been 3 years since my divorce, 3 years living as a free man, and I can tell you without a doubt that monogamy, being in a relationship with a woman, this weakens men, and that struggle, going through struggle and facing life on your own, this strengthens men. So society teaches men this lie that finding a good woman and settling down, that this is gonna bring fulfillment to their lives. But I did that, and I can tell you the exact opposite is true. Settling down with a woman, being married, being a husband, this is not fulfilling. And you could argue we didn't raise children, maybe that was the missing link. But I know plenty of guys who got married, had the children, and they were in the same exact position that I was in, of feeling empty and unfulfilled with this type of life, with this lifestyle. Maybe it's just me, or it's guys like me who have healthy testosterone. Maybe if you are a weak, frail, sensitive man, you need this like other person to fulfill you and to complete you, and you actually thrive being in a relationship, having a life partner. I'm sure there's guys who are like that. But if you have any sort of size to your testicles, if you actually have a big pair of balls between your legs, this is not for you. The whole marriage and one committed exclusive partner and this like weak, soft, comfortable, easy lifestyle. I'm not saying it's easy, it's not. Both lifestyles are difficult in their own ways. But one lifestyle, the one of struggle and the one of being on your own and just dating multiple women when you feel like it and not letting women into your life and into your heart, which is what happens. You can't be married to a woman and live together and then and you don't really love her deep down. Like, this is kind of impossible to do. Anytime you're having sex with a woman on a regular basis, this is what makes you fall in love. It's like this triggers the physiological chemical cocktail in your brain, which we call romantic love. So this is a tip. I know I don't have many female viewers, but this is a tip to all the women out there. If you want a man to fall in love with you, all you have to do is have sex with him on a regular basis. And if he's having sex with multiple women, if you can have sex with him the most often, he will fall in love with you and stop caring about the other girls. Just a pro tip for the women. I know I gave a lot of tips for the men. So let me give a counter tip for the men. Don't have sex with one woman regularly on a routine basis, so you can prevent yourself from falling in love, which is basically an illusion. You're deluding yourself. You're falling for it. You're falling for this concept of romantic love, which is not real. You're throwing away rational thinking, the thing that separates you from the animals. Feelings are universal. All animals feel feelings and drives. And this is the will. Schopenhauer talked about the will. This is what it is. Love is a will. It's a will to procreate. So if you can deny this will and use your intellectual self, your higher self, this is what separates you from the animals, being able to think critically, reasonably, rationally. If you do that, you will be much better off than these guys who are just led by their will, who are slaves to lust. Don't become a slave to lust. Control yourself. And it's hard to control the sex drive. This is our most powerful drive. If you can control your sex drive, this is the key to lasting, long-term success and fulfillment. Getting some sunshine on me. I might have to move. Embracing struggle, this is the only way to grow as a man. Our society has become so feminized that we start looking at the world through a feminine lens, with values of comfort and ease and luxury. This stuff is great for women. It's the death knell for a man's masculinity. Masculinity thrives in struggle and conflict and hardship and challenge and overcoming challenges. So anytime you are in this, like, monogamy, it breeds comfort, it breeds stagnation. So this was my reality for 12 years. I was stagnating in my marriage. As soon as I was on my own again, I started to develop and grow as a man on a whole new level that I didn't even know was possible. All my values and how I feel about life, everything has changed since I've been a bachelor, since I've been living on my own without a wife around. I can highly recommend this path to any man who has some kind of aspirations, who wants to realize his potential in this life. Being with a woman in a relationship, this will throttle your potential severely. You don't realize it when you're in it, because you're blinded by love and lust, mainly by lust, but without realizing it. It's kind of the same thing, actually. But once you're out of it and you've healed yourself, you can think more clearly, and it's very clear that men like us are meant to live the warrior's life. We're meant to be on a warrior's path. All this soft, mushy-gushy, being in love stuff, holding hands and feeding ducks at the park, This this is not for the warrior. This is a soft, sensitive life of a bitch-made pussy of a man, which was me for 12 years, so I can talk about this. I wasn't a pussy when I attracted my wife, and then over the years, she tamed me, she tamed my bad boy, wild nature, and she weakened me. I'm not saying women do this on purpose, but this is what happens naturally in the course of a exclusive, committed relationship. This is why you must reject monogamy, so that it doesn't weaken you, so she doesn't tame you and eventually lose attraction. You will get way more desire and attraction from women if you reject this concept of monogamy and if you embrace a masculine warrior lifestyle. A warrior does not chain himself to one woman. He takes lovers as he sees fit, but he doesn't cling on to one woman. This is against his nature. Nature designed us to spread our seed. That's why our balls generate infinite sperm. We would have a limited number of sperm if nature wanted us to be with one woman. Nature wants women to be with one man. That's why they have a limited number of eggs. But a warrior doesn't do monogamy. A man who gets into a relationship with one woman, he becomes domesticated, like I explained. It's inevitable to become domesticated. But if you reject monogamy and if you live the warrior's life, instead of becoming domesticated, you become a fully realized version of your best self. Because all the time and energy you spent in relationships trying to please other people, sacrificing yourself for other people, you spend that developing yourself, you spend that on self-mastery. There's no room for relationships when you're on this path of self-mastery. There's just not enough time and energy in the world to do both. You have to pick one. You either sacrifice yourself for love or you sacrifice love for yourself. You guys choose what you want to do. I'm just giving you information. It's up to you which path you want to go down. So thank you for leaving comments. Please do so in this video as well. Like the video, subscribe to this channel for more female nature videos, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.